Okay, bringing it all together in terms of your ghetto banner to make sure that your video syndication system through the auto video promotion plugin or Video Kraken 1.0 and Video Kraken Dominator is actually happening. You don't want to send any videos out without banners hitching a ride. So we're going to go ahead and go over the locations that you have to place these banners and different ways you might want to play around with them. In the notes, some of you have asked what is the font creation software that I used. It's actually something called Marketer Plugin. We're not leaving any affiliate links or anything. It is not free, but it has been incredibly useful and probably is responsible for at least aggregating tens of thousands of dollars worth of sales, and more importantly, probably saving me thousands of hours of time. I have tested this font against professional banner creators, and it has been worth its weight in gold. Of course, some copywriting is useful. Also, keep in mind it's not just about font. If you are really a fledgling marketer and you want these belcher buttons and these types of things, it's all part of the template with that system. It's a lovely piece of creative software for marketers and creators of headlines. Okay, so I just wanted to make a side note there. Okay, let's go back to what it is. Now let's go ahead and reconsider the locations that we need. Now we already know that if I refresh this right here, probably going to see new videos. And just while I've taken dinner in the last few hours, videos have been published without my banners on them. So that gives you an idea of the urgency, or you know what I mean, the mild urgency. If you've got 50 or 100 of these sites being built and they don't have any of the banners, or they have the wrong banners, it's just a waste of IT and it creates IT debt. Okay. So you need to go ahead and get something up. Get her up there. Get those, even if it's cruddy banners, it's better than nothing. It really is. And when it comes to these types of sites, click on short codes. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a couple of quick systems to use. You might be asking yourself, what is the banner size you should be using? Some people will tell you that you should have the standard banner size underneath this video. You can actually put whatever size you want on there if you have no plans to run a banner network and so on and so on. Believe it or not, there are actually standard sizes available for banners, and they are actually available on Wikipedia. And you will see that Kevin has matched the letterboard to be 728 by 90 if you look at the standard 728 by 90 here. I'm going to include this. You might want a pop under at 720, full banner 468. I actually do not like any of these sizes. Neurocognitive sciences would say that you want to go about twice the 728. You want to put some space and go vertical. Go horizontal. So I personally don't like these banner size. This is actually a pretty good size to have underneath your video. Okay. So really what I'd recommend is if you start looking at the video size, you can use some various sizing instruments. You can take something like, say, Jing, and you can see how it has that pixel distance. Okay, you can just use the pixelation, the size of the pixels of the video if you want. Okay, like 740 wide, something like that, and then just do pretty much whatever you want at that point. 740 is good, but if you want to keep to a web standard, you could do like, this is 720. 720 is not bad, but I go 740 by 300. That's a pretty good size. The banner. If you want to do something less conspicuous, under the, just go smaller. Main thing is that you're going to have to be able to fit it under the video. So 740 is what we're going to go for in this video. I'm also going to leave you the instructions in case you want to keep a standard. Some people like these large rectangles under the videos. 336 by 280 is pretty common. Medium rectangle, 300 by 250 is a good size. All right, so again, you're really going to want to use these if you're sticking to banner standards and you're building a banner network that you're going to be selling other ad space to. And some of our students are doing that. So this is again the standard web banner size from Nemo or Next Design Docs. Okay, so let's go ahead and notice that probably 740 by 300 is somewhere in the ballpark of what we're going to be for this. We have to remember that because I use Snagit. Now, although Snagit and Jing were created by the same company, there's some major benefits of Snagit, and it's a little bit of a little known feature. You can actually pre-cookie cutter a region. So we're going to go to region, just double check this, region properties, and it's going to pull up fixed region, and we're going to go ahead and then put in the banner size that we want. We talked about 740. Okay. And let's just try 300 to start. We'll apply that fixed region. Click OK. Now we are set in the advanced as fixed region. So I'm going to put this over in another monitor, and I'm going to open up our little banner experimental whiteboard area. Okay. And we will just go ahead and pull the image. So it should bring up a pre-existing area, and it's not doing it. That means I've got some kind of wrong setting on there. No worries. Let's go ahead and pull it up again. Let's go to capture type. It's going to be advanced. I forgot to do this. We got our region. We're going to go fixed region, and now it's changed to fixed region. In Snagit, this must change to fixed region in order for this to work. Okay. So let's try that again. Let's go ahead and take this. And now you should see it's a fixed region. And it's the region that we created. It's 740 by 300. Okay. Now, it's a good thing. You can always test this if you don't like the look and the feel of it. Let's just go ahead and let me show you a little example. I just created a background like that so that it's dark. We want it to be dark and not so that you can be contrasting against the white background of the blog. We're going to save this. We're going to right-click on it and copy. Go back to your drawing board and just go ahead and put that little area on there. Okay. So that's precisely the size of the banner that you would have under the video. So that's one way that you can go about filling an exact space with the correct size. Okay. Now the other thing that you can do, since we're not going to go for a banner size, is we can actually just take this as is in Jing. I'm going to show you kind of a cool feature. Jing has the ability to allow you to upload directly to a server. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the correct code that you need to have in Jing. But if, for instance, I were to upload this to the server, take a look at it, there's an FTP button that you have to set up. What this does is that uploads it directly to a server in an embeddable format. And when it's done, it's going to be on your clipboard, and here's what it looks like. It ends up looking like image source equals http networkempirenews.com/images, and then that's ping. So it happens to be sending these to the Network Empire News image folder with a .png file. Okay, and all of this can be set up on the advanced Jing settings, and this is a remarkably and deceptively powerful feature, which I have not found in any other software other than Jing and TechSmith. There probably are out there, but I just never found it. You're going to want to edit that under Preferences, I believe, Customize Buttons, and then when you go into your FTP area, you're going to see that this is the function that you want to put in your image custom return text. Okay, it's going to be right here. I'm actually going to place that for you, what belongs on Jing, inside the your members only area. Okay, this is a little handy trick that's going to save you a ton of time, and I'm going to go ahead and paste that in your members area right now. Now the reason that I showed you that is because there's a shortcut. Since you don't have any pre-existing ideas of the banner size, and when you've already got one made, you can just go ahead and capture it like this. So it doesn't have to be precise or a preset. Take my ugly little high converting banner, ugly but profitable banner, and just hit copy, and then we're just going to go ahead and hit that FTP upload. It will name itself. You could get deeper into images, but that's not part of this course. So it's gone ahead and been uploaded to the image file folder on the appropriate blog. It should be on the blog that you're actually working on. And you can set it to multiple logs in Jing. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to go right into the short code area. Okay. I'm doing this only to show you the various steps that you might want to take. So this is the under video banner. We're going to want to edit this. Going to go right into the text area. Going to get rid of coming soon. And we're going to put it right in here. Now there it's not clickable and there's no tracking on it, but this is only for the purposes of demonstration. Click update. And go ahead and look at the visual editor first in this shortcode, and there you can see it is there. And just, you know, as you're playing around, go back to the blog and look at some of the under video areas. See if it still says coming soon. And you can see it does not. It's got a nice banner that's almost the right size. Like, I would just leave that. It's better than nothing. You'll get plenty of clicks. You got this over above the top. You got the coming soon text, but you're going to add something. Unfortunately, this doesn't go anywhere. So you've got a whole fistful of videos on this starter site that do not have any clicks or anything that can click. So that's okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to remember where we're targeting, and you can go to another location on the site, like for example right here. Right click and remember what you were targeting. Before, under the video globe, I think you probably remember we're going to target this blog post, and it's set as a no follow. But I changed my mind in midstream, and I decided my banner campaign was going to be on the automatic video traffic course itself for now. And again, because I have shortcodes, I can change that at any time. In fact, I can do multiple things if I want to. And so what we're actually going to be targeting for the purposes of this demonstration is automatic video traffic, the training course. Okay, and we're also going to need the Google UTM code. URL builder. And of course, we just take my site that we're going to be selling. We've got a nice video sales letter, which is why I'm partial to targeting that, because a video sales letter converts more readily than a blog post. Campaign source is going to be pinvid, and it's going to be video keyword research. Okay, campaign medium is going to be now this is generally speaking where people like to go. This is going to be a little confusing for you, but it's I actually put it makes the URL conversion a lot longer, but I actually put the whole thing in each one, and I filled these up because I call them all the same thing. But what you can do is you can say the campaign source is pinvid video keyword research, and the campaign medium would be under video banner if you wanted to. The reason I put the whole thing in has something to do with what's going to be coming up later in your Google campaigns and the way that they organize it. I like to know the whole source on every level of Google Analytics. This is something I've spent a lot of time differentiating. And although I don't mind the way that Google sets this up, and I don't like to make super long URL strings, it's going to use all three of these 3 times. You might elect to just do pinvid source, and then the campaign is banner or under video banner. Okay, and then the campaign name you might call whatever. But they require, because these are splats here, they require that on each one. And I don't really like the way they serve up different levels, because when I log in to sometimes 100 sites at once in Google Analytics, I like to see my campaigns very quickly, and they make it a little difficult. So I'm not recommending that you follow my way necessarily, but I actually put the whole thing. Pinvid, and then the name of the site, video keyword research, and then under video banner. Okay, it's just something I've learned over time. We do have different people in our staff that do it differently. Okay, so go ahead and find a way. It'll make more sense when you know what's coming. This does leave one heck of a long URL string, which does create some slowdown time. Okay. Another thing you can do, if you don't like that long URL string, you can remove all the vowels. Under pinvid can be your marker. You can come up with a shorter naming convention than I do. Video keyword research. If you wanted to, you could get rid of these. Under video banner, you could get rid of under vid banner. That'll make things a little shorter in the character area. Remove some characters. But to me, it's very important that I have the name of the site as the campaign source. The reason is, and when you log into the automatic video traffic Google Analytics files, you want to see where the traffic's come from. And that traffic needs to reveal the precise site it's coming from. And if you have 200 pinvid sites, if you don't have a unique name, you need to know more than just pinvid. You need to know the unique name of that pinvid site. I like to quickly go down and look at them. Even though it's a long URL string, it's always been worth it in my Google Analytics to look at those click-throughs. So that's just me. Okay, you don't have to do each one, but I would recommend thinking long-term. Go to Google Analytics, learn how these things get identified, because you don't want to be looking through 200 sites and not know what the campaign sources are. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and go back into the text area. So you can actually right here add a custom link right here. And you can decide if you want an advanced option. If you want to open in a new window or browser, you can. I generally recommend it. It does increase your time on site for the pinvid. And it just edit it right for you. I also wanted to show you something that I didn't show you in the other video. I felt kind of foolish afterwards because I was so used to doing it by hand. The link rel, all you have to do is type in nofollow right here and open a new tab. Click update, and then rather than trying to figure out where everything is edited, you should be able to see the rel nofollow. Okay, right in here. Target equals blank, rel equals nofollow. So when I got rid of the blank before and the nofollow and taught you how to edit manually, probably good for you to at least try to do that, but you don't really need to do that. Now you know how to instantly use WordPress's own internal features to add the rel. Okay, let's go ahead and update. By updating this, theoretically, every single video on your site should have a nofollow, trackable click-through with a full name on the campaign URL indicator for Google Analytics, and be roughly the size of the video, and probably be under, again, like we just said, but it's kind of cool, it'll be under every video on the site. So to check that, you do the same thing. You just go over, and you go ahead and do a refresh. And you should be able to click on this, and you can just hover over. I don't know if you've noticed this in the past, but depending upon your level of skill, if you look down at the bottom of the browser, you'll always be able to see when you hover over something where it's targeting in the browser. So if I hover over it, you can see it's automatictraffic.com, and the UTM source is there. It's a super long. That means that it's going to be properly tracked on all levels of Google Analytics. Click that red button, and it takes me right to the thousands of daily visitors, the Pinvid automatic video traffic system, which is selling the course that you are now taking. And that is just fine. That's what you want. So now you've taken care of the under video banner. Now we got to do something a little more complicated. We have to go ahead and get the site-wide banner, 728 by 90. Now let's go back to what I already taught you. Let's go ahead and close that. 728 by 90 is the fixed region. So we need to go to the advanced fixed region. Whoops. Advanced. This is going to be fixed region. And we need to go to the properties. And this is going to be just copy the exact standardized pixel size that Kevin has given you up here. It's going to be 728 by 90. So you're going to change 728 by 90. As you can already see, we're going to click OK. Okay, and that should be roughly the same size as this banner. Okay, so this is what you need to do when you have a specific type or specific size of a banner that you need to conform all your images. Again, this is a lazy man's way of doing it. Okay. And you can see that the Snagit brought back the image that I borrowed there. I can now copy it, and this is how you're able to pull the exact cookie cutter size that you need, more or less. Okay. All right, well, why would you want to do this? Well, you would want to do this because you already know that you have 728 by 90, but there's no way that you're going to be able to conform this proportion to 728 by 90. So there's a couple of ways that you can handle this. You're going to take a copy of this. If I haven't mentioned it already, these whiteboard backgrounds are extremely important. Don't delete them. Save them in the file folder. Save them in the same file folder that you would like to keep your entire project. Don't lose them. You might want to come back to some of these creative ideas, your brainstorms, so on and so forth. So the site-wide banner, I'm going to copy this. You're just trying to get an idea how much space you actually have. Let's do bring to front. The standard command for image, automaticvideotraffic.com. And WP plugin included with training. So looks like I might be able to fit something in that size. Looks like we can fit a button over here. We're probably going to want to get a smaller version. But you can see that this is probably a little bit too big. So what you'll probably need to do is go back to, let's go ahead and maybe try using one of these. And again, this is just a prototype. Let's go to bring to front. Let's go ahead and see how this looks like. Let me plug in bring to front. Might be able to do something like that. Those of you who are artists are probably laughing at me, and you should probably move on. Use Photoshop experts. Okay, and then we probably want something like, let's put this traffic spike like right here. All right. So that's not bad. Well, it's horrible, but it's not horrible as you think. Okay, so that means that a cookie cutter can be, since we borrowed the banner area, we should be able to now just go ahead and give a red profile to this. Okay. There you go, red thick profile, just using the okay, good. So now we have a roughly correct size banner. And if you go ahead and take the preset size, the cookie cutter, it's probably going to be roughly correct. Okay, I don't like the way it's shaped, and you got that weird thing, so that's all right. We now know what we're going to do in general with it. So we're going to get rid of the, now that we know this all fits together, let's just go ahead and control all these aspects and pull them down. Let's get rid of this background banner size area. Now this is definitely what you call a ghetto banner. The only thing that would make it worse is if it were a flashing video. Okay, so this would have to be tested. Automatic video traffic is included on there. Not by any means the best banner I've ever made. In fact, probably one of the worst ones. But you do have all the elements. The button will get clicked. WP plugin included with training. It would be nicer if it said traffic plugin. Tell them what kind. But there's something called association or associative learning, where you see the automatic video tied to the WP plugin. It's probably going to be a contextual relationship that is enough to toggle someone's interest, and they're going to see that it's several things that impact the brain, that create an influence, that create a decision. It's called an associative relationship. And so really all that you can do is test it to determine whether or not it's going to work. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take our little ghetto banner. We're going to get the preset. Okay, it should be right here. Let's see if we got it this time. And there you go. The red is pretty much evenly placed. Now we're going to, at this point, we're going to go ahead and save this. Here's where it gets kind of interesting. We already know that I actually like to take these banners and save them. So you can either save them to your desktop and upload them to WordPress properly, or you can do what I do, because you can literally just upload this to WordPress right now. You can also do what I do, and since I know the size, which is 720 by 90, you can actually just use the Jing manual grab, because I can't really create a cookie cutter. So we already know it's 720. Is it 720? Yeah, it's 730 by 90. And come up 1 pixel. So this is a little tedious because there's no. This is what happens when you don't have a cookie cutter. So it's much easier in some ways to come up from your 730 by 90. Now that is a tedious way to go about it. And then to make matters worse, you have to make sure you've got it right in the exact location so that you get the full effect of the banner. Okay, and you can see that part of the problem here is it's just made this red lip a little bit too big. So in that case, there's no really need to, if I wanted to play around with that and get that just perfect like that, that would be fine. Or you can upload it to your site. I'm actually going to do it the tedious way because I like, in the long run, I know that there's about 14 other steps I have to take in order to get it to be the site-wide banner. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and try it again. It's a nice 730 by, it's pretty precise though. 730 by 90. Now for those of you who have a editing software or a pencil, which I don't have on this computer, this normally goes a lot faster. Okay. Let's see if we can get the That should be fine. Let's see if we can go up one. All right. There you go. So you got some red trim. It's not perfect, but it should do. At this point, you're going to go directly to your FTP. Okay, you're going to see it right here. And just hit that one more time. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so it's now on your clipboard. And here's where you got to put your, this is not going into the shortcode. The site-wide banner, which is located here, is going to go right over to the widgets area. And you're going to put it in the site-wide widget on the sidebar left. Under the, I'm sorry, it's on the header. Okay, just go ahead and take that whole thing, put it in there as a test, and then once it's done refreshed, go ahead and refresh your browser, and you should see the site-wide banner in place. Your ghetto banner should be throughout your entire site. It's all semantically marked up. WP plugin included with training, www.automaticvideotraffic.com. Your ghetto banner that's committed to your videokeywordresearch.com pinvid site. Okay? So I gave you several different ways you could get it up there. The main thing is to know that I like to go through Jing, and I like to put it in the widget. Now what's wrong with this picture? Same thing we had before, right? So what do we need to do? Let's go ahead and take our okay, we got the image up there. So we need to go ahead and edit this image just like we do any other. And you do not have to use your shortcode UI in order to do this. You can just create a pretend post and just edit it right on there. Put that here. You've got your WP plugins included with training. Go ahead and shoot your where you're going to send them. You already know that you're going to send to a custom URL and that it's going to be automatic video traffic. Just grab that URL again, put that in there, and you're going to open a link in the new window. Sure, why not? And you're going to do no follow, because you know that we're not following anything. Otherwise, you get complaints from other webmasters, and or you start penalizing your own money site. If not penalizing, just there's no point really in risking the penalty, because Google, if you have thousands of banner sites back to another site, they just limit you to a number of 5 or 6 of those banners. I think it's actually 4. Okay, so that's good now. We're going to go ahead and update, and now you can grab it right from the text. And here's what you can do now. You can take this is your, actually I did that in the wrong order, but here's your target site. It's okay. Just go over to your UTM builder, do a refresh. We've got to name this something differently. In fact, you know, I could have just left, I could have reused that code. You run a little bit of risk of making an error when you reuse the same UTM code and try to edit it with a different location. So we'll just go ahead and start over. So we have got website URL. Campaign source is, again, pinvid. And we know it's keyword research. We know it's video keyword research. Pinvid, video keyword research. So my designator that I personally created for myself, which you do not have to follow, is type of site first. It could be like WR1 or WR2, but I like to designate pinvid because they're usually a specific type of site. When I'm looking through hundreds of sites, I have the pinvids actually on one section of my analytics, and the WR1s on the other, money sites on the other. So we have keyword research, and then we're going to call this campaign source site-wide. And I actually do banner as well. Okay, that tells me immediately which location we're talking about in terms of metrics. I only fill out the items that I am forced to by Google. Click submit. You've got your new code. This is actually going to be your target. Go back and just replace this entire href with that. Okay, now you've got a rather sophisticated targeting mechanism for you to track this banner and the success of this banner on the site. Now, rotations, and there's other services and stuff we have coming up that will allow you to split test these banners. I think you get the idea of what's going on here. Go ahead and do a refresh. This one should definitely work. Okay, now you should have a nice hover over. You can see below, like I showed you in the bottom of the browser. Let's go ahead and see if it targets the correct location. Should take it right to the automatic video traffic training course. And this is a good real-world example of an error, which is why you test every time. It's definitely not working, so I need to go and show you what that error is. I'd send it to an double HTTP, just a minor code error. Go ahead and do a refresh again, and that one should work this time. Okay, so how do you want to test this? Well, there's a couple different ways of testing this. Let's go to another tab. I'll show you a quick trick. Let's go into Google Analytics. I'm going to find the correct blog for you first. I've got literally hundreds on my other monitor here. I've got hundreds of other blogs that I need to sort through that I don't really want you to see. Not a part of the course. I know you understand what I mean. So one of the things you can do is just go to your real-time locator. Okay, so you can see that there is somebody on the site at the moment. It's probably us, but just go ahead and watch. Go ahead and click the banner. Okay, you just sent some traffic to yourself, and then pull back up your metrics, and then you can see that you came in right there. That's floating across the screen. Okay, just watch it as it moves across the screen in real time. Okay, so that just shows the degree of testing that we do. We want to make sure that we know what's going on here. Now, they're not going to give you the site referral right away, and it takes a little bit of time for the campaign channel to register that data. Okay, so under campaigns, it'll eventually appear as a campaign. Actually, yes, this will be the source, this will be the destination, and then the campaign will reveal itself on this site. Okay, so as we start getting more traffic from this pinned vid site, it'll be obvious in the Google Analytics because now it's working. Okay, so that's a little trick. Make sure that your Google Analytics is working. Just watch the real-time indicator. You know you're properly pinging. Okay, all right, so now you've got your site-wide banner. You've got your under video banner. And everything's working there. You might want to also test your live under your real-time overview. You might want to test that again. Go boom. Just see if you can go to the right place and see if you come on board. Yep, there you are. Blip on a screen. Another traffic given to you by yourself. But this time from an under video banner source, which should also register in the campaign section of your site. Okay, good. So what have you got left? Well, you don't have any under video text. That's going to take place in the same location. Go up under, that's very easy. Go to the shortcode, under video text, and you're going to edit it, get rid of the coming soon. Okay, and then we're going to say something wild here. I don't know. Video keyword research tool and vertical market research tool. And that's not very good. So check out, this is my first brainstorm. Check out the ultimate video keyword research tool. Can go to the location that we were trying to go to on the and you're going to have to track this. So this is we're actually going to get rid of the UTM code. We're going to make a new one, because why? This is going to be, let's do a refresh. It's a different destination. And campaign source is different. It's going to be pinvid still. It's going to be video keyword research. It's going to be under video text. Under vid text. Okay, that's my designator that helps me remember what it is that I'm targeting. Okay, click submit. It's going to go here, and we're going to go up to, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Check out the Ultimate Video Keyword Research Tool and Vertical Market Keyword Research Tool. Okay, go ahead and add your link. And this one does not have a nofollow function in it, but we're definitely going to want to nofollow that. If you're really, really bad like I am with this, you can go check out the other short code that you just did in the banner section. And I always forget it's going to be rel equals nofollow. And it goes right after. For you the coders there that are laughing at me, that's fine. So it takes me a second to remember these. Yes, I really am that bad of a coder. So it's going to be right after the URL. Wow, that's a long URL. Isn't that ridiculous? Let's go ahead and see how that works. That is definitely not correct. Coders, go ahead and laugh at me. It just gives you an idea of, you do not necessarily need to know what you're doing. Okay, this is definitely wrong. Let me get to the correct code. I'm going to pause so I don't put you through this. Hang on. Okay, so I went and found a code created by Jimmy Kelly, so I got the nofollow just right. Oops, this is the banner. I'm in the wrong area. Here we go. So you're going to go with this code here. Then you're going to go target equals blank. That should be alright. Rel nofollow. The indicator market tool. Let's see if we pulled it off that time. Check out. is really funny. I'm gonna leave you guys my trying to edit code just for giggles, because I think you need to know that you don't have to be a developmental guru. Oh, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Looks like what happened is I actually lost my connection making this. And you can tell I've been doing too many videos today. Let's go ahead and try this now. Put in a new window. Let's compare that to what we have now. We know this one's correct that Jimmy did. Target equals blank. There we go. Target equals blank end. And then you still have to do the rel no follow right there. And that's got a point. Rel no follow. Let's go ahead and take a look at that visually. There we go. So now you got the rel no follow on there. You can blow this one away because you don't want that. It's from Jimmy's blog, one of his sites. Make sure that you've got the suppress content filters on here. Very important. Click update. Make sure that it updates. And you are going to go here to the main site. Do a refresh. Okay. And you're going to take a look at, wow, that is wrong. That was from an early, got to get rid of that comment section. Okay. Check out the ultimate video keyword research. Okay, you've got a no follow on there, so you're not going to get bumped for repetitives, and then when you get that click, you're going to get a nice follow through to that article on Video Kraken. Okay, and we'll also pass some page authority and domain authority on blog posts that get syndicated and updated and that make their way through the web, and you'll pass all that domain and page authority juice. Okay, this has been one of the longer modules, and that's why we call it a bonus module. You learned everything that you ever wanted to know, but were afraid to ask. Now, something that's annoying me is this background. We're going to do one last thing because I don't want to leave and go home for the night with a background that ugly. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Appearance. We're going to go to Background. So I've removed this image, and for now I just want to put a black background so I can get over that galaxy background for a minute. And that'll give us some time to figure out what it is we actually want to put on that background. Okay, now it's nice and black. Probably a little bit too black. I prefer to have a color background, so I'm actually going to search for something. Now, I have this idea for a background which is like a whole bunch of TVs, like something from the Matrix. Not really sure how it's going to look, but inside the DH, this is kind of funny. They're using it for ADH. Let's go ahead and, it probably is not big enough. Save image as. It's got to be a certain image size in order to pull off as a background. Okay, so let's go ahead and give that a shot. It probably isn't going to work. I just want you guys to get an opportunity to see how it is that we play. And let's go to desktop. That's going to be in the trash me folder where all my junk images go. Okay, we'll upload that. See if we have any luck with it. Okay, I like the idea. That's the effect that I was looking for, since it's video. But gosh, is that blurry. I like the effect though. Let's go ahead and look at some other walls of TVs. That's interesting. for a nice big background. You can also search for a size. This is pretty good. Let's go ahead and try that one. Save changes. That might look a little weird, but you can see the effect that I'm looking for. Sometimes you just got to play with the background. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now we have this nice TV background. There is some repeats happening, but the way it's bent actually makes it look pretty good. It looks like it's folding in. All right, or if not, weird. I like it. And this is actually an unexpected benefit over here on the side. A little bit disorienting, this kind of crease here. But that's okay. We're great. All right, and so that's what where we're gonna end tonight. I might change my mood, and one thing you got to watch out with this background is distracting enough that it might conflict with your banners and so on and so forth. So you might have to adjust your banner color. It would actually look better blue with this giant background. But you get the idea, and of course you've got. Be sure to save your creatives so that you can change them from blue. I could always create a blue background, a blue banner, which would be in more contrast with what's showing. Okay. All right. So you've finished this up. I'm proud of you. You have actually done what most people fail to do. You would be surprised by how many people get the blog up. They don't track. They don't create monetizations. The monetization is not congruent with their pain of the market. The pain is not congruent with the product that they're selling. And they just built sites because they heard that the internet's a gold rush and that they should make a bunch of money by putting up a site. And what they end up incurring is a lot of IT debt, minimal traffic, poor SEO, and very few sales. So if you follow some of these steps and start building and also follow the successive the upcoming steps, you will start having real success by getting these banners up as quickly as you can. It's actually one of the most important steps, getting these sites up. All right, we'll see you on the next video.